So we had someone on Twitter, Liam, you guys may have seen this, talking about how he had some sources saying that there's a possible delay with GTA 6, and later there's been all sorts of speculation about whether he'd made it up or whatever. I personally believe that he didn't make it up, and we'll talk about that a bit more in a bit, but yeah, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, look, when he put out the tweet, I thought to myself, I go, yeah, this is a particularly interesting tweet to put out. Like, I don't think you would put something out if you didn't. Like, it seems like he has some inside information. Look, we don't know who exactly that is. I mean, he did say in terms of the source that's coming from, multiple devs across a couple of studios at Rockstar. But look, I guess the thing is, anyways, especially with what Liam's saying, we don't know for sure what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know if anything's been misconstrued, misinterpreted in terms of the information that's been passed on to him. We can't really measure the validity or the reliability of the information based off just a simple tweet and the post he did put out. So I think there has been some information that has been, well, this information that has been passed on to him is true to some degree, but I would say it probably potentially has been misconstrued to some degree, and he thought that it was a little bit more, well, I think anyways there is some truth to it. Whether there is a internal delay behind the scenes that we are unaware of, I'm not sure. Obviously we don't know, but I would say there is some truth to it about a possible delay in the future, but it seems like that isn't the case, seeing that there wasn't any sources that corroborated his tweet, like Jason Schreier or Tom Henderson or whoever else. So yeah, well, what about you? What do you think?
Well, so yeah, I think obviously Liam has a reputation. He works for GTA Base. He has a history with reporting on stuff, and at the end of the day, he knew that if he put a tweet out, lied about it, he'd get his reputation destroyed. I don't think that he would do that, because what sane person would? I did reach out to Liam to ask for, his thoughts and just have a chat with him. No response, which is fine. For those that have watched my channel before, I've interviewed a Rockstar employee on the channel before, and I do know some Rockstar employees, and the thing is I think the biggest thing that got misconstrued in this whole thing was that Liam's tweet said that Rockstar have internally delayed the game, when that's not the actual feeling at Rockstar. Different teams and different departments are under different amounts of pressure. For example, if you're at work and you work in an office and one team is given a set of tasks, complete a task by a deadline, maybe in a week or 2 weeks, some members of the team might think it's possible, some members of the team might not think it's possible. Different departments might think that there's more workload or less workload depending on what they have to do. And, Jason Schreier said that 6 people he spoke to didn't believe the game was officially delayed internally, but that's a very key thing there. Officially delayed internally versus do the team think it's delayed? And I think that maybe there's a bit lost in translation here. The people I spoke to said that they were, they're working to get it done by fall 2025, but, 2 of them said they don't think it's possible. One of them said, yeah, it should be sound. So I really don't know whether the game's delayed or not. I do think that there's definitely pressure inside of Rockstar, but, a game of this size, of course there is. So I think it all comes down to perspective.
Yeah, that's right. And look, the thing is, anyways, the game's not coming out anyways officially till fall of next year. Anything's subject to change, really. Like, there's so many deadlines that they at the moment they want to try and meet, but based off the development and how fast that is progressing, or if it's not progressing as fast as they would like, then that's going to change the timeline of when the game will be releasing. So yeah, look, it's at the moment, even if things are going relatively well, when it gets closer to fall or gets closer to the expected release time frame next year, then the pressure is going to just keep building up as the months lead up to that point. So in my personal opinion, and I think you have sort of the same feeling on it with, I saw your live stream the other day that you went over it, that it probably will get delayed, but it's just at the moment it doesn't seem like that is the case, and they're still on track. So that is a good thing, but yeah, I don't know how much longer that will last, so we'll see.
100%. But there's also many other different factors that are, if the game was due to come out next month, the chance of a delay would be, say if we were all predicting the game to be released next month, the chances of delay would be more minimal because less can happen in the next month. But because the game is still a year away, officially anyway, ESRB could ask them to remove something from the game. It may fail ratings on certain things. There may be an issue within the game engine. There could be so many different things that could go wrong between now and then. I feel like even if there was an official internal delay, Rockstar wouldn't talk about it until they've encountered all the things that could potentially delay the game, and then go, right, we're 100% confident now, we can definitely get the game out by maybe the start of 2026. Otherwise, if they come out now and say, yes guys, the game's delayed, and then they encounter another issue in 6 months and they're like, oh, we've got to delay it again, that's where shareholder interest really starts to dip, and that's where people pull money out of Take-Two and blah blah blah. You know how it works. But yeah, I think if there's going to be a delay, we'll probably hear about it like April next year, or maybe just before then for the fiscal 26 predictions.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see though once Take-Two have their November earnings call in the next, well, there's a couple months or less than that now, I would say, around that time frame, to see what they have to say as well. So anything is subject to change, really. I mean, we can't really go much of anything at the moment, but as it seems at the moment, based off what Schreier confirmed from his sources, that there is no internal announcement of a delay that suggests anything, of a delay really. So yeah, we just can't really go much off other than what we have heard. So